Hey guys, you are rich, okay? I want you to start rewiring your brain. If you've been telling yourself the story as to why you're not rich, why you can't have money, why money is whatever, all the stories, right? Because you're on autopilot right now. And I know this because I've been there and it's not fun, it's annoying. And I am now stepping into the next level of me. And while I do this, I'm just gonna share all the stuff that I'm going through as I do it. So you guys can take whatever tips you feel. I feel a lot better since I started doing this. So I feel like it's beneficial for you if you wanna start doing it too. But I want you to start reprogramming your mind for riches because you are rich. And I'll tell you why. RICH. Receiving, intuitive, connection and communication from your higher self. RICH. Receiving. R. I. Intuitive. C. Communication and connection to your H. Higher self. Rich. When you can receive intuitive downloads from the connection and the communication that you have to your higher self, and then you take action on it, guess who's rich, baby? You. And this is not coming from like a space of let's have all the money in the world. No. We have to reshift our perspective and our meaning of the word rich. Okay? You become rich a long time internally, well before the external starts to show you the richness in material wealth. That's one level, that's one layer of richness. You can be spiritually rich. I'm spiritually rich, I'm mentally rich, I'm emotionally rich. I'm also, I'd say, financially rich. I have more than what I need right now. I have a beautiful home. I have all the books in the world I can continue to buy. I just bought this outright. Like, I don't need to payment plan for that. That, for me, is a sign of my richness. I have my soulmate. My love cup is filled. I have my 6-year-old, nearly 7-year-old son. I have my intuitive connection that brings me so much value and depth to the world every day. And then the universe tends to pay me. I have this firm belief that the universe will always pay me. The universe always has my back, which it's always showing me. I am divinely rich. And when you have that certainty, that faith, that conviction, you don't chase anything. You really don't chase anything because everything that you are is everything that is external from you too. This was the same thing when I manifested my soulmate about 6 years ago now. And I always say to him, I'm like, it was just this firm decision that came through me, this energetic decision of that is it. I am no longer settling for less than I deserve. I am only available for my soulmate because I know my worth. That decision alone, that juiciness, that energy of me knowing my worth because I am divinity itself. The soul is divine. When our bodies die, we don't take these bodies, these physical material bodies with us. We don't take our cash in the bank with us. But what we do take is our soul, that spark of light that is keeping all these organs running in our body, that energy, that chi, that's what goes. That is the richness. And that spark inside of you has one way of communicating to you, to your mind, to create anything you want in this world, in this reality. And that is through your intuitive senses. Now, you have multiple different ways that intuition can talk to you. This is why we look to human design, we look to astrology, we look to all of these amazing tools to help us decipher. And we also look to our own intuitive, because some of us are just naturally intuitively guided by these things, right? We just instinctively know what's for us, what's for our soul, from our soul. And if you're building that connection and you're building that muscle and that gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and your connection to the divine, the divinity, is so strong, then you know 100%, even if you're in the shit, you know everything is happening for me and everything that's happening is for the best for me. And you know that there's a lesson here that the divine is giving you for something along the journey, whether right now or in the future, that's going to be fucking incredible. And I will talk about this from a standpoint of being through sexual trauma, sexual abuse, deep type of sexual abuse as well. It's not just it's just a one-off thing. No, years of it, right? Child abuse, being hit as a child. These are all normal things in my culture, right? Growing up, having very strict parents, couldn't speak about things freely, having a blocked throat chakra, I actually cried off stage. Like, I could not speak. I had a blocked throat chakra so deep. An ex-narcissist taking me to court, trying to circumcise my child when he was just 1 year old. parents kicking me out of the house when I had him and he was like 2.5, 3, and being like, just go and live wherever. We don't really care, but we just want you out. All of these things. And when you can find the divine, even in those excruciating moments, and you know that there is wisdom here, something is always working out for me. It's always working out for me. There is no way that you are not rich. Even in those moments. And you're going to be like, what? No, that's okay. Sometimes there are layers to this, right? If you had told me this about 5 years ago, I'd look at you and go, I don't want to listen to this bullshit. I just want to be rich, like materially rich with physical. That's fine. That's okay. Everybody's there. Our ego will cling to what it thinks will be giving it security and comfort and safety. We are wired as humans for safety and connection and comfort. But it's when we are able to break out of that and really connect to our truth being the soul and the unknown spaces where growth happens, that's where the magic is at. That's where the true richness is at. And when you embark on a spiritual entrepreneurship journey, when you are trying to make money from your soul, this is part of the journey. This is why entrepreneurship, I always say, is a very personal development, kind of on steroids type of energy, because you are forced to bring up all your shit and stare it in the face. Like, if I wanted to be an entrepreneur, make money and be a boss, I could not have that blocked chakra over there. I also could not be sitting in my wounding, because then I recognized, oh my God, I'm actually growing accounts to like 10,000, 12,000. I'm responsible for these people. What message am I delivering to them when I'm speaking from trauma? I created a Nail Your Narcissist bootcamp for some of those victims. And when I realized, oh my God, yeah, I'm not a victim to this anymore. I don't sit in that identity, and I cannot be sharing and teaching from that identity. So I always have to connect to the divine within and make sure I'm connected and speaking from the soul. And it's very important for me to do that. It's very important to do that, because you are pouring into the world your wounding if you are not healed. So even now, if there is something that I'm going through that I haven't fully healed yet, or I haven't fully discovered yet, I choose not to share it. Not because there's no confidence there, there's no what, It's, I need to make sure I'm embodied in peace and calm and the frequency that I like to teach from. Because I've seen when I teach from that rage and that anger, it's just going to spark more rage and anger instead of sparking healing and connection and forgiveness and growth, right? So again, this is something that it's come to me with wisdom, with being on this journey. And it's important. Like, there's a lot of things that I used to chase, like money and success and all this stuff. And it's like, oh, I don't chase that anymore, because I just don't care, because I am connected to the divine. I have one job here, which is to serve from my divinity. The people who are ready to hear the message will come to the spaces at the right time. That's not my job. And I love what I do in doing that. And that's the most important thing for me. Outside of that, the other belief that I have is the universe will always look after me, like it has been doing. And it's been so amazing. And it gets to be easy and fun and joyful and rich and peaceful. And me just being consistent in that divinity and not getting lost in the ego mind, right? Because that's the hardest thing. Like we find it so easy to just... This is where you have to be really, really careful of like consumption. What are you consuming on a daily basis? Cut all the garbage out. It's so easy. If you're an empath and you're a channeler, especially if you're a channeler, you tune into other people, you absorb other people's stuff. So you need to be very mindful, block that, because that infiltrates your mind as your belief system. And the more that you keep penetrating your mind with that stuff, eventually you'll be like, well, this is their belief system that I've just taken on, their blueprint, their process. This is not actually the way that I want to build mine. And this is why I created Intuitive Creator as well. And inside of Mindfully Rich, I program your mind to reconnect you to your soul's voice. And we uncondition from the rest of the world, right? So the way that I tune in, that I speak, is very much connected to the divine. And that's why I know 100% that we can have this conversation, we can talk, and it's always guiding you back to your soul. That's my job, right? So yeah, you are rich. So don't tell yourself you're not rich. I want you to start telling yourself every day, you are rich. Like, repeat after me, pause this video, say it with me if you want. I am rich. I receive intuitive connection and communication from my higher self, which makes me rich. Every time I take inspired action from my riches and my rich self, I'm even more richer. And the more I build that connection and the more that I take action and the more that I trust that energy within me, the richer I become. So I hope you enjoyed this little message. A little bit different than my normal, but I flow. And so today this is the flow, maybe because I'm on my period. Drop me a comment if you enjoyed it, any thoughts, blah, blah, blah. Subscribe if you're new here, and come join Mindfully Rich. Those of you who want to reprogram your mind with connection to your soul, and also just have some practical strategy stuff as well for the green man, for the earth that we live in, to have that material success as well that we all need, right? It's just like oxygen. We require oxygen to breathe. We require money to live luxurious lifestyles. So, mwah.